Once again, good morning everyone, and welcome to the third week of our free BRCGS certification familiarization training. I am Jezreel from the Customer Success Team at Consultare Inc. Group. Last week, we covered the Food Safety and Quality Culture Plan as required under BRCGS Clause 1.1.2 within Senior Management Commitment and Continual Improvement. This week, we will focus on objectives for food safety and quality under BRCGS Clause 1.1.3. This requirement emphasizes that senior management must define, document, and implement clear objectives to maintain and continually improve product safety, authenticity, legality, and quality in alignment with the organization's food safety and quality policy and the BRCGS standard. These objectives must include measurable targets, be clearly communicated to all staff, and be monitored regularly, with results reported at least quarterly to both senior management and employees. Understanding this requirement ensures that food safety and quality goals are systematically managed, effectively measured, and consistently reinforced throughout the organization to promote ongoing compliance and improvement. This free training is sponsored by Consultare Inc. Group, a compliance company. Founded in 2007, we began by assisting businesses with U.S. import and export requirements and have since evolved into a global provider of food safety, quality, and certification support. Today, our services revolve around compliance management software, specialized training, and end-to-end support services that help organizations achieve and maintain compliance with international standards. Through our platform, interlinkiq.com, we offer an integrated compliance management system that streamlines documentation, monitoring, and audit readiness. We also provide dedicated compliance and certification support programs for FSVP, PCQI, SQF, BRCGS, FSSC 22000, ISO 9001, GMP, and HACCP, helping businesses strengthen the regulatory compliance, enhance operational efficiency, and ensure alignment with global food safety and quality management standards. Now let's take a look at our training schedule. This week, we will focus on the objectives for food safety and quality as outlined in BRCGS Clause 1.1.3. Gaining a clear understanding of this requirement is essential to achieving and sustaining your BRCGS certification goals. In today's session, we will begin by familiarizing ourselves with the BRCGS Clause 1.1.3 objectives for food safety and quality. We'll start with a clear description of the requirements, followed by a walkthrough of the compliance action activities, which are your scheduled tasks carried out on daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and semi-annual basis to ensure ongoing certification readiness and compliance to the requirements. We will also discuss the importance of the annual review and internal audit activities, which serve as checkpoints to verify the effectiveness of the program and maintain continuous improvement. After this section, we will open the floor for a Q&A session, giving you the opportunity to clarify requirements and ask questions related to implementation. During this session, if you have any questions, you can type it in the chat box so we can address that at the end of the training. As part of the training, you can also gain access to our free 90-day trial of the free BRCGS certification management software. This tool helps streamline compliance tasks, assign accountability, and keep audit-ready records. It's also a great way to prepare for BRCGS certification, as many participants use it to get familiar with the BRCGS standards and practice spotting compliance gaps before an official audit. Finally, upon completion of this training, each participant will receive a familiarization training certificate. To ensure that you receive your certificate, please make sure that you have filled up the free certification familiarization training sign-up form that we shared in the chat box. On the screen, you will see a sample of the familiarization certificate that you will receive upon completing each session. With that, let's move forward to our training session where we will be working directly with the BRCGS Compliance Management System software. Let's start by going over the description of the BRCGS 1.1.3, Objectives for Food Safety and Quality. Please take a look at the descriptions on the screen. For objective definition and responsibility, it says senior management shall ensure that clear objectives are defined to maintain and improve product safety, authenticity, legality, and quality in line with the food safety and quality policy about and this standard. For requirements for objectives, objectives shall be documented and include measurable targets. Objectives shall be clearly communicated to all staff, and objectives shall be monitored with results reported at least quarterly to senior management and staff. So you may update or edit the description as needed, for example, to reflect revisions when new BRCGS editions are released in the future. Now, to implement this requirement, the action items are outlined in the Compliance tab. So here you can see how this section supports the food safety and quality team leader or the site technical or quality manager by organizing tasks according to frequency, whether they are done daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or semi-annual. So here are some examples of your compliance action items. For your daily activities, this includes monitor key performance data like your CCP compliance, deviation lags, or non-conformance reports, and ensure food safety and quality objectives are communicated during daily production or QA meetings or shift huddles. For your weekly task, it involves updating progress tracking logs for key KPIs like complaints, audit findings, training completion, and others. It also includes sharing short updates on objectives with staff via notice boards, dashboards, or toolbox talks. For your quarterly action items, this includes compile a quarterly performance report on objectives covering product safety, authenticity, legality, and quality. Then you should also present progress to senior management during management review or quarterly food safety meetings. Communicate results and progress to staff in a form of team briefings, newsletters, or visual dashboards. Adjust short-term action plans or corrective measures based on trend analysis. For your biannual or semi-annual action items, this includes conducting a mid-year review of objectives with senior management to check alignment with company strategy and customer or regulatory expectations, update or refine measurable targets if trends show that they are not effective or require strengthening, and reinforce staff awareness and engagement through refresher training or awareness campaigns. So basically, this serves as your checklist of compliance activities that you need to perform to comply with the requirements under objectives for food safety and quality. So you can either add your own compliance action items, or we can preload all the required activities for you to perform. Now, to complete these activities, we've provided corresponding work instructions for each action items. So it comes along with the required artifacts or records that you need to complete to document compliance. So let's take one example to complete the action item, which states that monitor key performance data like CCP compliance, deviation lags, non-conformance reports. So let's click the view section here on the instructions and evidence column. So as you can see, this is how you perform or how to complete that specific action item. First, you need to collect and review CCP monitoring records. So it includes verifying that all critical control points or CCPs records are completed, signed, and reviewed as per defined frequency. So for you to complete this, you need to fill up your CCP monitoring lags, verification checklist, or corrective action reports for CCP deviations. Next step is to analyze deviation and nonconformance data. So you need to track and assess all deviations and nonconformances from production, QA, and maintenance records to identify patterns or recurring issues. So you need to fill up non-conforming reports, deviation tracking logs, or root cause analysis documentation. After that, you need to generate and review KPI reports. So to perform this, you need to monitor performance indicators such as CCP compliance rate, audit findings, and product non-conformances to measure process control effectiveness. You need to complete the KPI dashboard or trend charts, monthly or quarterly performance summary reports, and management review presentation data. Right after that, you need to verify corrective and preventive actions or CAPA. So you need to confirm that CAPAs from CCP deviations or nonconformances are implemented, verified for effectiveness, and closed on time. So the artifacts or records involved here are CAPA register, verification or closure reports, and follow-up audit notes. Next step is to conduct performance review meetings. So you need to hold regular meetings, like monthly or quarterly, with relevant departments to review performance trends, discuss deviations, and agree on improvement plans. You need to take meeting minutes and attendance sheet, then action item tracker and updated improvement plan. And finally, you need to report to senior management for continual improvement. So this is done by summarizing key data trends and present performance results to management during review meetings for decision making. You need to complete the management review records, summary of your CCP and non-conformance trends, and continuous improvement action plan. So these are just guide or steps on how to perform or how to complete the action item, which states that monitor key performance data, non-conformance, or CCP compliance, deviation lags, non-conformance reports. Now let's take an example on how to complete this specific action item. So to complete this, you need to upload supporting evidence of your artifacts, records, or images as proof of compliance. So let's for this example, we've uploaded critical control points monitoring lag and performance objective tracking. So this record or this document shows that all CCPs or critical control points were monitored, recorded, and verified according to defined critical limits and frequencies. So the CCPs identified here are metal detection, cooking step, cooling, and packaging or seal integrity. So deviations were promptly corrected, verified, and documented to ensure that continuous compliance with food safety objectives are met. Overall, it provides measurable evidence that CCP performance and corrective actions are effectively managed. So you also have here the verification summary and the performance objective tracking. So this measures the metric, the target, against the actual performance percentage, and then the trend or status and the action required after tracking the performance objective. So this is just an example of a record to complete a specific action item. So your goal is to complete all compliance action items and provide supporting evidence or evidence of compliance to turn every no into yes to ensure that you are fully audit ready. So these documents can also be retrieved and presented during an actual audit as proof of compliance. Once again, these are just simply examples of compliance best practices that you can adapt in your facility and process. You may also customize or develop your own action items tailored to your specific processes. Now let's go over to the annual review tab, which serves as your gap assessment tool. So as you can see, this is designed as an internal audit checklist in the form of questionnaire aligned with the BRC standards. So under the objectives for food safety and quality, annual review questions might include the following. Have clear, measurable food safety and quality objectives been documented? Do the objectives align with the food safety and quality policy and the BRCGS standards? Are the objectives communicated clearly to all staff across relevant departments? Are there defined measurable targets for each objective? Is progress toward objectives monitored on a regular basis through KPIs or data tracking? Are results of objective monitoring reported to senior management at least quarterly? Are results of objective monitoring communicated to staff at least quarterly? Is trend analysis conducted to identify areas where objectives are not being met? Is there a documented action plan in place to address gaps or missed targets? Has senior management conducted an annual review of food safety and quality objectives? Were measurable targets updated or revised based on review findings and performance trends? And are records of the annual review and updates to objectives maintained and accessible for audit? So let's take one annual review item as an example and see how compliance can be demonstrated. So let's pick the third question. Are the objectives communicated clearly to all staff across relevant departments? So to complete this annual review question, we need to check the work instruction on how to complete this annual review item. So first, you need to verify communication of food safety and quality objectives. This can be done by confirming that food safety and quality objectives are effectively communicated to all relevant personnel through established communication channels such as meetings, postings, or digital system. So you need to complete the communication records, departmental meeting minutes discussing objectives, training attendance logs or sign-in sheets, and photos or screenshots of notice board or intranet postings. Next is to check staff awareness and understanding of objectives. So you need to assess whether employees at different levels understand the site's food safety and quality objectives and how their roles contribute to achieving them. This can be done by interviewing them. So you need to complete the staff interview or awareness check records or internal audit reports, verifying staff understanding, training materials on objectives and policy communication, or competency assessment results. So you can also do a comprehension quiz to check whether they are fully aware and they understand the objectives of your company. Next is to confirm ongoing communications and updates. So you need to ensure that objectives are reviewed and recommunicated whenever changes occur, such as annual reviews, management system updates, and that updates are documented and traceable. So for you to accomplish this, you need to complete the updated communication logs or announcement, management review records confirming recommunication, version controlled objectives, documents, and employee feedback forms or surveys on communication effectiveness. Now let's check how to comply or how to complete this specific assessment or annual review item. We have uploaded the food safety and quality objectives communication record to complete this. So as you can see, this record shows that food safety and quality objectives were clearly communicated to staff through meetings. You have here the monthly food safety meeting or postings, department bulletin board posting, pre-shift briefing, and company-wide email memo. So it also documents who attended the meetings and what objectives were discussed and how communication effectiveness was verified. Overall, it provides evidence that all departments are informed and aligned with the organization's food safety and quality goals in compliance with BRCGS Clause 1.1.3. So this simple functionality helps you measure compliance progress while also preparing your site for both internal audits and external BRCGS certification audits. We also invite you to join our other free certification familiarization training sessions held every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Central. Topics include FSSC 22000 certification, BRCGS, SQF, FDA Food Code, Foreign Supplier Verification Programs or FSVP compliance, and 21 CFR Parts 117 and 111 compliance for CGMP for human food and dietary supplements. You may also schedule or request for a one-on-one BRCGS coaching sessions for personalized guidance on implementing and maintaining compliance with your site's BRCGS requirements. So this concludes our training on BRCGS 1.1.3 Objectives for Food Safety and Quality. Your training certificates will be sent directly to your registered email addresses. We invite you to join us again next week as we discuss our next topic, management review. For those who have not filled up the free certification familiarization sign-up form, please feel free to do so and specify if you wish to get your free 90-day account. If you have any questions, clarifications, or feedback regarding today's training, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at hello@consultareinc.com. Thank you for your participation, and we wish you a pleasant day ahead.